And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. Ertz over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready? Black 25.
On play action, Winston. And Winston lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long for Winston. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Now Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A give running left. It's Sanders. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Turn it. Watch the pass, guys.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready. Blue ready. Set.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Blue ready.
And they'll go on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Gone!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going up top. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Well, your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and the Jets have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance. Carrying it firmly.
And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Jets. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Marshall, able to push his way through. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he's out close to the 40-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Ready. Blue ready.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Another run with Sanders. Finding some room at midfield. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A try here for the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll run it here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Rodgers. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Detroit!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That's it, baby. Here comes the boom.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bruce Irvin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers will try again on second down. Completion left side to Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jets, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.